A while ago, I uploaded a video that my father recorded back in 1988 of a tour of the streets of Lightning Ridge, and I knew when I found that video that I had to do two things. One, I had to upload it, which I did, and two, we had to recreate it to see how much has changed in 30 years, and now we've done that. Sean Gellman and I have recreated, as best we can, the route that Dad took back in 1988 and replicated his tour in high-definition 21st century video. You see, Dad's new toy at the time was this thing, a 1985 Sony Video 8 CCD AF Handycam. It was the first Video 8 camcorder ever made, and it weighs just under a metric ton. This one has been so well loved that the viewfinder is missing and the camera no longer works at all, but that's a story for another day. So, to compete with his new toy, I also bought a new toy. This thing, a 360-degree VR camera, and we'll be filming the entire tour in 360-degree 4K video. So if you hit the link in the description, or the thingy that's up in the top corner right now, you'll find that video as well, and if you view that on your phone or your PC, you'll be able to control the camera angle and look at whatever you like as the video plays, which is pretty cool. It also has a slightly different audio commentary on it too, so on with the tour. Can't remember where to go again, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll find out where
It's about as rough as it was in 1988. Road. Man, I'm witty. This road is in bad shape. There's like a litre of floodwater and the road's been washed away.
Got a nice view down the old Dooley drain.
Lovely, and that wasn't concreted at the time, that was just a dirt ditch. Morilla Street wasn't a 40km/h zone in 1988.
No, definitely not. No,
It wasn't a 40km/h zone last year.
It definitely wasn't this busy in 1988 either.
No, that's a valid point.
It's the area where Jolly's was prior.
Traffic jam.
Jolly's and what was next to Jolly's? That's nothing. Just the post office.
Jolly's and... No, it was just Jolly's and
Jolly's,
post office.
Yeah. The bank's all new. That's where Bertie Smith's house was.
Yeah, it was.
Back in the day, that's all new.
Zeta's video shop.
Zeta's, yeah. I think
Not anymore.
Stewart's had the shop prior to it.
Sounds about right.
Andrew's Butchery was there, I suppose.
Yeah, it was.
Back in the day, and then when the Diggers was. It's all gone now.
And we go around here.
Courthouse still pretty much the same. Police station's still
Police
the same.
station. That was brand new at the time.
Yeah, brand new, 1988.
And we go around here and we got to do some fancy footwork to deal with the fact that there is now a bowling club where there wasn't a bowling club.
Or a bowling green.
So we sort of drove up to here and then
And
straight
cut
through.
Yeah, straight before the tree.
We can't do that because there's a fence and a building. So we'll go around this way.
Yeah, she's expanded somewhat over the years.
Just a bit.
It's the back of the new club. The new old club. I remember the old floodlights there in the car park.
Yep.
We just noticed that.
And I can still smell the beer garden of that club. That's green.
I don't think the amenities blocks weren't there in the sporting fields either, were they?
Don't think so.
No. New beer garden, new indoor beer garden.
Yeah. Now the beer garden at the time was around where the bowling green is.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll do a lap through here.
I think it was only the auditorium, the members section.
I think the auditorium was the whole club at the time.
Yeah, probably would have been. Yeah. So I noticed they only just did the upstairs at that stage.
Is there a sign on there that says it's a club?
Yeah, there.
Alright. Lightning Region District Bowling Club.
The sign at the top of the bowling club is the same sign.
Yeah, it's still the same one.
Exactly the same sign. It's never been replaced. So it's a 32-year-old sign.
It's historic. It's an antique.
It's a relic. Oh look, Dave's here.
Oh, looks like Dave's here.
Dad's old station wagon.
Yeah, it definitely looks like his car.
And is that telecom?
It's telecom, isn't it? Yeah, telecom.
Yeah, telecom.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way again.
Yeah.
We've got to go that way.
Past the faux the bitumen tennis courts.
Yep.
Which are netball courts. And they were netball courts at the time. Racetrack. Ball courts.
Man, that's green.
I don't think this lane has a name, does it? This street? Does it have a name?
No.
No.
Unnamed road.
Yeah, unnamed road, which is unusual.
Need to give it a name. Barry Street.
Sounds good to me. I approve.
Turn left onto Barry Street. I'm leaving Barry Street now.
That's where the old windlass was.
Yeah. Don't know if it was there in '88. It was here.
It was in the video because I remember.
It was in the video.
I paid attention. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was there. The large windlass.
Because I remember when we moved here in '86 that it was there. Like that was my first memory. I think of the ridge was that big windlass. Like that's a perfectly normal thing to have in a town. Caltex / Ampol / whatever.
Servo.
It was Ampol at the time. Hasn't changed in the slightest. They're going to be wondering why we're cutting through for a third time. That's all right.
He runs
Lovely
into
driveway.
They run into someone else here, and that's weird.
Someone called, I think I bleeped it in the video that got published, but I think his name was Max.
Yeah, right.
Hello. Might have got him. We'll have to play that back to mine out.
I shouted at him here, and yeah,
Right.
Trey Motel. That was the thing.
Wasn't much on this side at that stage.
Buffalo Hall was part of it.
That was the car park at the club, Buffalo Hall, on this side. So we had Suzanne Gray and the chemist. Chemist is still there in the same spot, pharmacy.
Was the Buffalo Hall building moved, or did they just build a new one back there?
Yeah, it used to be
that's
here.
Back there now.
Used to be here, somewhere just here in the front of the tower.
Yep.
And you had the memorial hall, and then the fire station, then the library.
Nice.
All here where the bowling green is today. And then the church was rebuilt. The old church is still there.
Yep.
Same one, but the new one was rebuilt.
Library was where the new one is,
That's right.
with its gigantic opening hours sign on the front.
Courthouse still the same, unchanged.
Now we're coming into the Central Business District,
CBD, where Maud's Takeaway was.
where it was. Now it's an employment
Burned
agency.
down prior to the Diggers Rest Hotel burning down.
And now I need to do a U-turn, so we're at the septic truck point.
Yeah, Shags, take away turds.
I think I'm safe to go. And we go back around here, which is where we get a good look at the front of the pub. Is that a pub? I think he says, is that a pub?
I think he says that, yeah.
Is that a pub? Looks like a pub.
No, it's not a pub, it's an empty space. It used to be a pub.
Yeah, not a pub today. Like Opal Motel hasn't changed a lot. Just a new fence out the front. I think that's about it. New paint job.
Getting chased.
A few new shops.
That hasn't changed. It's changed purpose, but the building's
Yeah,
exactly
the old
same.
miners co-op still the same look, roughly.
Yeah.
Different purpose, repurposed.
That block of buildings, exactly the same, just different
Exactly the
purposes.
same. Yeah.
And it's a shame he didn't show any Akans in the original, but I suppose the Bush Nursing Hospital's interesting
Yeah,
enough.
new IGA. Bush Nurse. The old building was in the corner.
Various medical and emergency facilities.
Fire station, emergency rescue, mob.
New hospital today.
Yeah,
One's being built.
significant improvements over there.
Where the old council caravan park used to be.
Yep.
Oh, in the caravan park, council.
gym, the diving centre.
Jim who?
That's all new. That's the old Memorial Lodge, the old Memorial Hall there, actually. It's the
What's a gym?
game. That's where the lady drives past in the Volvo. You know, so how did she get a Volvo? Or why is she driving the Volvo?
What's she doing driving the Volvo? Missus.
She probably likes them.
Maybe she likes them.
That's a good enough reason to drive on the place.
Okay, coming past, none of this is any different on this side. The original houses. New pool. Progress.
And coming up on what used to be my house. This was just a big empty,
Just a big dirt.
dust bowl.
Yeah. I remember walking across it quite often.
Me too.
There was nothing there.
We lived right across the road from it, so
Yeah.
there was nothing here for the longest time.
Just nothing here. Houses on the right are all still the same.
Yep. I don't know, we had protests in that empty space back there, like 89, 90, when they were trying to protest to get a high school here. I remember that, because it was across the road from my house.
Yeah. School Street.
School Street.
Kaolin. Coming up on Matrix Street, where the old drive-in theatre was.
Yep, that was over there. I remember watching Crocodile Dundee at the drive-in theatre in probably 80, 86, 87, whenever that came out. That's not a drive-in theatre. This is a drive... Sorry, I'm not doing that. The school has grown considerably, and that's just an empty paddock back in 88. So my favourite part in the video, coming up right here, we come around the corner and
What have we got here?
there's a broken down car or something. He said it was broken down. I don't think
Holden.
it was broken down.
Yeah.
Holden. A broken Holden.
And he makes the sound of the camera zooming. It's the best part of the video.
It's something right up our alley too.
Down the front of the school again, some little kid dressed as Ryu from Street Fighter. Hadouken! Oh, come on, little white XL. Brum brum. I do have to wait for you. And I do kind of have to wait for you. Brum brum. School's changed significantly.
Yeah, significantly. Yeah, radically. It's a high school as well now.
Yep. Slightly more sophisticated than it was in 88.
The same year we put the time capsule in, 1988.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all there at the front gate.
Yep.
It was all children's playground back in those days, down this way, on the
Yep.
tennis courts.
And that concludes the tour, because this is where we end up back at the bowling club.
Unusual, like we find ourselves back at the bowling club.
Right.
And then he went inside the bowling club.
You're not going to film me in there, are you? I think that's what he said.
I'm not going inside with it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So that was the tour.
Yeah. Trip down memory lane.
So that's what's happened in 32 years. Lots of changes. Some changes are signs of progress, and some changes are just signs of the times. I'm not going to offer any further commentary on that because, just like Dad's videotape from 1988, this is really just a moment in time or a slice of history, and maybe it'll be something to look back at in a few decades and remember the things that are different. So stay safe, and thank you for watching.